Hello and welcome to Year 3 English with me, Miss Dowling. So we're just going to write the date and then underline it, and then to write the learning objective to be able to retrieve and record information and discuss ideas. So our sentence level work today is looking at using a capital letter for people and places. So what I'd like you to do is to read the words below. Which words need a capital letter? And if the word needs a capital letter, can you rewrite the word into the box? Pause whilst you have a try. How did you do? So out of the ones here, we had Sydney, which is a place. We have Melissa, which is a name. Humpty Dumpty, which is a name. Australia, which is a place. December is a month. The Earth and Mrs. Hogg, so it's a name. So they should be the ones that have a capital letter. So today we're going to learn about taking notes. We're going to listen to some information about the gods Zeus, Hera and Poseidon. Whilst listening to the information, we're going to make some notes to help us. Now, we don't write sentences when we're making notes. You may jot down a word or a phrase that will help you to remember. So follow the link on the next page and listen to the information about Zeus, who's number 1. And then we will look at making some notes together. Now, if it's anything like me, you'll probably have to listen to the clip a few times just to help it go in. So if you use this link here, that will take you to the BBC bite-size information. So we'll start off with Zeus. So I hope you've had a listen for each of them, and I'm going to use a mind map to make my notes. So here it is. This is the gods and goddesses in the middle. I've got some work that I'm going to do here about Zeus, some here about Hera, and then down here about Poseidon. So let's start with Zeus. So hopefully you had a good listen to the clip. And these are the notes that I thought of as I listened to what they said about him or what he talked about. So first of all he was the king of gods. Now, when you're writing your notes, you don't need to write in sentences. You use words and phrases that will help you remember. You don't really need to use capital letters either, but that's up to you. So Zeus, he was the king of gods. His father Cronus tried to eat him. He had a thunderbolt made by Cyclops. He blasted his father with a thunderbolt. He beat his brothers Hades and Poseidon to be king, and he was feared by men and gods. So that was the information that I gathered, and they were the notes that I made. So you could use my notes, but you could also add some to your notes as well. So now let's find out about Hera. So hopefully you've had a good listen to the clip about Hera too. So Hera. So she was the queen of gods and she was married to Zeus, so Zeus was her husband. She had a son called Ares, who was the god of war. Now you needed to be good to her because if you were, you'd be rewarded. But if you weren't good, she would get very angry. So I put here, don't get her angry. And in her anger, she destroyed the city of Troy. Okay. So now we're going to listen to the clip on Poseidon and see what notes we can make on him. So Poseidon ruled the waves. So he was the king of the sea, really. He was the younger brother of Zeus. He kept saying in there that he wasn't jealous. He lived in a golden palace under the ocean. When he shook his trident, it caused storms and earthquakes. Theseus was his son, and he was the father of Pegasus, and Pegasus was the flying horse. So hopefully you've made some notes as well, and you can either add to my notes or you can use your own notes. Thank you.